All right, so we got what are the Saturnine Terminators, man. Shout out to everybody, for watching videos, man. I really appreciate it. I took Sunday off because, I just took Sunday off. Hope you guys had a nice Sunday. Let's get to it. Let's go.
G'day guys and gal. Something that makes my job really hard sometimes is that GW will create lore, retcon that lore, but then retcon the retcon so that the old retcon lore is now canon again. You can see where the issue lies with this. That's why it's so hilarious that with a setting that has numerous factions, dozens of sub-factions, with hundreds of characters and countless plots and subplots, you get one thing wrong, which might have just been a retcon 5 years ago, and people will still have the biggest sook about it.
Facts, bro. Warhammer, bro. They do that with like a lot of lore, like, across like different, entertainment pieces and like whether it's video games, movies, etc., bro. But bro, the fans, the hardcore fans, they don't forget. If you make one mistake on something 5-10 years ago, they remember, bro.
I could rant about that for a while, but today's video isn't a rant.
Oh, by the way, before we get into the video, I got something to show y'all. Everybody, I have a Patreon. Bro, for so long I've been wanting to do different type of content, react to all sorts of things such as sports, music, etc. But we all know, bro, YouTube is very finicky about us reacting to sports, reacting to music, etc. So a lot of copyrighted content that that we all want our favorite YouTubers to check out. I don't know if I'm y'all favorite YouTuber, but I mean, if I am, I appreciate it. But listen, I'm having I created the Patreon. I will post my first video May 24th, which is, I believe, next Saturday. You guys gotta let me know. But listen, man, really excited about this. Bro, I can legit do what I want. I can legit, bro, post whatever I want. I can react to music. I have so many different ideas, y'all, that I can do whenever it comes down to Patreon, y'all, because there's no restrictions. Well, obviously there are, but like there isn't. Like we could basically like react to anything, y'all. React to anything, bro. I got story times coming along. If y'all want, this is not a, you don't have to do this, but if y'all want, man, make sure y'all head over to my Patreon, bro, down below in the description down below. And yo, I niced y'all. Yo, I niced y'all. $5 a month. That's all. $5 a month. You don't gotta pay anymore. I only have one tier. $5 a month. You basically can get access to all the videos I'm gonna be posting and stuff like that. And other than that, man, let's get back to the video.
Us goofy war machine looking dudes are, especially since with the recent Horus Heresy box leak, they are getting remastered, re-released, and made truly canon once again.
Okay.
That begs the question, what are they? Why do they exist? And other examples of them in the lore. Before we get started, let's get into it.
Alright, come on, here we go. Come on.
Okay, so this lore is actually a lot cooler than you would originally think. The Saturnine Terminator design originally appeared in the early days of 40k before Warhammer had figured out.
Okay, alright, hold up. Now this design right here, I'm very like finicky with this design, y'all. This design's kind of like, I mean, okay, this is my true self talking. I kind of like it, but at the same time, it looks very weird to me. His body, like with this right here connected, I can see like, okay, I can see the vision, but at the same time, I can't really see the vision. Yo, this look like a motherboard for like a PC. Like overall, why his head looks smushed in? He's built like a Nintendo 64 cartridge that you gotta blow into every time you put it into the system. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, it don't look so bad, but at the same time, like, is it like my go-to build? No. But it don't look too bad.
What I actually wanted to be. This was during the phase where Tyranids looked like this and Horus was just a spicy general, not a demigod warmaster of chaos. As Warhammer was a lot more parody than Grimdark back then, there was a shit ton more goofiness. A lot of this goofiness was wiped clean by GW as they did what they wanted their setting to be. However, they have slowly been bringing aspects of this old day back. The Saturnine pattern being a great example of this. In the 80s, there was literally Saturnine Terminator models as official models. It was one of the 3 Terminator model variants available. You can see how the other ones evolved into the modern day Terminator.
Hey y'all, I'm about to switch headphones. I love wearing these headphones because I can hear nothing but the video. Y'all, give me 1 second, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. They broke. They're broke. They're broke. They're broke. See this? This is nice, right? Look at this. You can't even
whilst the goofy, hyper-bulked Saturnine went out of fashion. Whilst GW may have moved on from the design, the community didn't. People saw the design as quite endearing and cute. Sure, it was kind of retarded, basically a walking bullseye with terrible mobility, but it was a unique design and a shout out to an—
Yo, this look like this look like bro. Once you lift the hood up, this look like the hood of a car, bro. This looks like, bro, this, yo, I see the check engine light right there. I see the engine. I see the, yo, let me see. I see the little, yo. Hold up. Is that a bathroom pipe? Bro, this is just like, I swear to, and I know I said this 1,000 times. This is like, bro, just had a bunch of honey on his body, went to a junkyard, bro, and just did the roly-poly. I promise you, he picked up everything, bro. He picked up everything, bro. This is like, I swear to God, bro, this guy right here, bro, looks like if you played Call of Duty for like 10 years and every single like gun you picked up was to show on your character, bro. This is what it looks like, bro. This is ridiculous. This does not look cute. Now, the first model, he looked kind of polished up, whatever. You know, I'll give him a pass. This guy right here, bro, man, come on, man.
Earlier time. Hence, many people created artwork and even third-party models of the Saturnine design. It was even featured in the Death of Hope episode by Mark Lewis Spark.
See, now this looks hard. I'll keep it real. This looks fire. The last two or whatever, I'm gonna keep it real.
Mark has been a fan of Warhammer for a very long time, so he remembered the Saturnine Terminators.
That looks hard,
fondly.
though.
But did they actually have any lore? Was there any scenes that featured them? Well, yes. The Saturnine pattern was retconned so that it was actually a unique walking weapons platform handcrafted and designed by Vulcan himself. He forged...
I could, of course. Wait, this was designed by Vulcan. Wait, run it back. I want to see Vulcan's creation.
Long time. So we remembered the Saturnine Terminators fondly. But did they actually have any lore?
Wait.
Was there any scenes that featured them? Well, yes. The Saturnine pattern was retconned so that it was actually a unique walking weapons platform handcrafted and designed by Vulcan himself.
As a matter of fact, this looks absolutely perfect. This looks absolutely perfect. Like this is 10 out of 10. Like, bro, the design like itself was just perfected by just a perfected like hand. It was perfected by the art of wizardry. It was perfected by the touch of somebody who knows what they're doing. You get what I'm saying? Everything that I said in the past about this right here, I was clearly talking about the prototype. I know you guys are gonna try to like, you know, flip this on me and stuff like that. It will never happen. Vulcan, your perfect creation, bro. Like, this is perfect, bro. Like, honestly, as a matter of fact, I love it.
He forged a small number of these suits and gave them to his legion. They were huge, bigger than all other Terminator variants, extremely heavily armored,
perfect, y'all.
and covered in all kinds of weaponry and ordnance. They were literally walking tanks. Yes, they were slow and not very maneuverable and looked kind of funky, but in terms of just having a slow-moving, unstoppable force, they were perfect. It was basically a Dreadnought suit. Now, with Space Marines already having Terminator plate and Dreadnoughts, these suits fell into an awkward in-between, so were never mass-produced. However, the Salamanders did use them during the Heresy on more than one occasion. The first was during the Isfahan drop site massacre, where they performed quite spectacularly, and the second was later on. In this second mission, with only a dozen or so suits,
yo, I knew I felt connected to like these suits, y'all. I knew I felt connected to them. Like,
they were literally solo fighting an entire traitor army, a move that impressed the Iron Hands so much that they intervened to help the Salamanders, and their interesting warplate. Now,
like, imagine hating on like perfection. That can never be me, bro. Listen, I understand, bro. A lot of y'all are gonna hate on this. You know, y'all hate everything Vulcan does, but like, man, this is just pure perfection, man.
Some people are like, well, actually, Majorkill, that wasn't the Saturnine plate. We don't actually know what the Saturnine plate looked like, so stop spreading misinformation. Shut the fuck up.
Yo, hey. You know Majorkill, bro, be going through it. You know Majorkill be going through, bro. You know every time he reads his comment section, bro, he goes through it. I can already tell. I don't even like look at Majorkill's like comments or whatever, y'all. I mean, I don't really look at comments like that whenever I watch videos. I don't know why. I just watch the videos and no matter what it is. Bro, I know Majorkill goes through it, bro. I know some of his fans, bro, be on his neck about, because we all know like Majorkill, like he delivers the lore, but he delivers the lore in his way, you know. And a lot of y'all, even a lot of y'all in my comments, y'all be like, yo, Majorkill, he was wrong about this, wrong about that. So if y'all are in my comments saying that, imagine what his fans are saying. Imagine like his fans, like what they're saying in his comments, y'all. Man, they're killing him. Man, they are bro, they're massacring him, bro. They're killing him in the comments. Man, you know bro, his blood be boiling, bro. High blood pressure, bro. You know, bro, he be clenching his fists like Arthur. Like, bro,
You Reddit-dwelling rat. We do know because with the new box leak, it clearly shows that the Terminators are listed as Saturnine Terminators, and wow, look at what Legion has been shown to wear them. That's right, the fucking Salamanders. The Saturnine Terminators are also shown to be massive, way bigger than normal Terminators, in line with the description of Vulcan's war suits, with even there being a Saturnine Dreadnought, which I can imagine is one of the rarest pieces of war machinery in the galaxy. So evidence heavily suggests that
hey, wait, what?
Vulcan's unique warsuits were indeed the Saturnine patterns. This also
Hey, I love the Saturnine Terminators, y'all. I love the design, y'all. I love it.
clearly fits into the lore. The suits are experimental, which also explains the absence from the overarching lore, and it even connects them to that short story in the lore. I assume more lore will come out about them soon. Even a line as simple as, first created by Vulcan, the unique Saturnine pattern quickly sparked the curiosity of the other legions, all of whom either commissioned a few of these war machines for the Salamanders, or straight up stole the blueprint from the Saturnine corpses on Isfahan. Boom, now you can paint them whatever the fuck you want to, and the lore doesn't need to get skull fucked to be like, actually, there was always an entire company of Saturnine Terminators, and there always has been. I'm just saying it's not a coincidence that the demo Saturnine Terminators.
Bro, you know what? It's crazy because, like, I know exactly what Majorkill's talking about. In a sense of, like, you know, because obviously, like, you know, he's making fun of, like, the people who are really try hard about the lore and stuff like that. Bro, like, there are some people, y'all, who, like, and I'm not saying you can't criticize me, bro. I'm human, bro. You can criticize me, bro. I'm not no special, you know, guy or whatever. You can criticize me, bro. Anybody can criticize anybody. But here's the thing. You can criticize me or whatever. There are people, bro, who takes it too far. They're like, oh, well, you clearly don't know anything about the lore, so why don't you just go do this? You know, why are you even here? Like, why are you even reacting to this? Like, I'm like, yo, why are you taking this so serious? It's a damn, bro, it's Warhammer lore. Why are we taking this so I know exactly what Majorkill, whenever he's like, you know, reenacting people, like, you know, commenting and stuff like that, you know, doing a little nerd voice, you know, holding his nose or whatever, I completely understand. Completely, I understand where he's coming from. Because there's people like that in the comments who takes it way too far for no reason. Now, I don't really pay no mind. I like all the comments. I like all the engagement, man, because you guys are engaging with the content. You know, obviously that's amazing. But like, bro, there's people, bro, who take it way too far. And then when the creator crashes out and he calls some of these people all types of names and stuff like that, I know most of y'all are cool. I don't even have to like even address like most of y'all. Most of y'all are cool. You know, it's banter back and forth. Like, I know whenever me and my audience have banter back and forth, whatever, I'm not mad at that at all. Like, bro, I know. There's some people, bro, who come in on some hateful-ish, bro, who go way too far for no reason. And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. My advice for Majorkill or any other, like, you know, up-and-coming content creators, bro, do not worry about it. Do not pay any more attention. Do not, you know, give it the light of day, because at the end of the day, bro, something's going on in their life that they don't like, and they got them commenting crazy. Because I know, I've seen a few comments, bro, and no true happy person is going to say stuff like that in the comments, ever, at all.
Box art are painted in the colors of the Salamanders.
For real.
But why are they being brought back at all? It's not like there was much demand for them, yet now they are the poster boys for the next edition of Horus Heresy. Well, the issue with the Horus Heresy tabletop is the lack of diversity. There is only one faction, and that is the Space Marine faction, to choose from. Yes, there are tons of cool Horus Heresy character models, and you can really spruce up your armies with add-ons and unique units, so you end up with quite a distinct faction unique to your legion, but there's only so much you can get out of releasing the same model with different power armor variants. The new edition needed to come with genuine new models. The easy side of that is the fact that Mark II armor variants will now be available, with Mark IV, 5, and 6 already being released. However, to actually make the box unique and worth buying, they brought back the Saturnine pattern in all of its remastered glory. It now has multi-layered plate for more maneuverability, big fuck-off mega guns. I mean, just look at those plasma guns, my lord.
Yeah.
The head is now in a cradle, so could be moved around somewhat, and the iconic shoulder pads, while still huge, now appear somewhat reasonable, like they have some kind kind of practicality and offer up a lot of protection, not just this strange design feature. Now the word Saturnine is not only dope, but is often used in Warhammer 40k. The Saturnine Wall, the book Saturnine, and the Saturnine Gambit were all massive things during the Siege of Terra. Is it just a coincidence that this pattern was named the same thing, or is there something more going on here? Well, Google says that Saturnine means gloomy, in relation to the description of a person or how they're feeling, i.e. I am feeling quite Saturnine. That person is in a Saturnine mood. So are these Goliath war machines just gloomy Terminators? They do look a bit gloomy.
Yeah, I was about to say they do look gloomy. I mean, I guess you could put it. I mean, I don't see whenever it comes down to Warhammer, bro. I feel like it's always like multiple meanings to something. I don't ever feel like it's one direct meaning to something, and that's just, I know that's very like open for me to say, but at the same time, I don't think that people in the lore is like, oh well, we're just gonna put like Saturnine as like a these, like, these guys right here are Saturnine or whatever, or they look gloomy or whatever. I feel like there's way more meanings to that, if that makes sense.
Especially their original form. However, the word also originates from the planet of Saturn, with the gloomy definition coming directly from how Saturn is described if the planet was a living thing, i.e. gloomy, imposing, not a vibe.
Really?
The English language is pretty funny like that. The ancient Roman god Saturnus, who is
Saturn
also
looks
connected
pretty
to the
like
planet of
vibey, though.
Saturn, was described as stern, sluggish, sullen, and yes, gloomy. Take from that what you will. It just seems like it's a cool word that GW wanted to use more than once. So what was retconned? What is canon? What the fuck is going on? The Saturnine plate has been changed from the first ever pattern of Terminator armor to now being an advanced, large, and more armed and armored pattern of Terminator armor, developed during the Heresy alongside the Mark VI armor, so it was actually a later addition. What I believe is most likely is that Vulcan's prototype suits were indeed the first Saturnine suits and performed so well that their blueprint was spread to the other legions.
Duh, he's the GOAT. Of course they're gonna perform well. Duh, that's the greatest of all time. Duh.
Thus allowing the other legions to create their own Saturnine armor.
Of course it
After all,
performs well.
in-game,
He's the
any
greatest of all
legion will be
time.
able to buy, paint, and fill these suits of armor, so the lore has to support that. More than likely, after the Salamanders demonstrated the power of the Saturnine prototypes when they faced off an entire army with only a handful of suits, word spread and a small select number of suits were created within each legion. It's also said that some of these suits were deployed during the Isfahan drop site massacre.
Okay. I was drinking water, and all the ice that was in here rushed forward as I leaned the cup forward, and everything just came crashing down. Wowzers. Okay. This is what we're doing in 2025. I can't drink water now? Okay. Embarrassing.
Would have performed very well in that circumstance due to their walking tank vibe. The traders would have taken notes, salvaged the dead war suits, and made their own, whilst the loyalist salamanders would have shared the blueprints with other loyalist legions. Voila, everyone has Saturnine plates now. Since this is a retcon, it's not going to be completely cleanly slot into the lore. However, it'll slot a lot cleaner than the female Custodes, that's for damn sure. But yeah, we need to give it some leeway. As a quick indulgent side note, for me, the two funniest and jankiest parts about the female Custode retcon was that firstly, they never featured in the lore until now because they were so shit that at no point were they ever worth
Okay, she looks kind of compy. I can't lie to you.
mentioning or did anything. The second funny point was that every female custodian they've introduced since the retcon has been a gigantic mega bitch, like the most toxic girl boss bitch ever. Literally watch the Tithes Custody episode or read the female custody short stories, they're all massive bitches. So yeah, hopefully JW learnt from that, and the Saturnine Terminators re-entering the setting will be a bit smoother. Not much else to say here, other than with a bit of love and remaster, even the goofiest concepts and ideas can look dope as hell. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel,
Shout out to our boy, man, Majorkill, for this video. And make sure y'all go visit my Patreon down below. First video on the Patreon will be up May 24th. Man, I really appreciate it. All the support, man. And it's only if y'all want to. Y'all don't have to, sign up for the Patreon. Not yet. Obviously, there's going to be content up in the future. Duh. But y'all can wait, until next Saturday or this Saturday. Y'all can wait if y'all want. Y'all don't even have to. Y'all will not. Listen, I swear to you, I won't even be mad if y'all won't, sign up for my Patreon, whatever. That's a plus. Y'all being here, y'all commenting, y'all liking the video, bro. Y'all watch my video, whatever, man. That's all I really need. I really appreciate it. Everything else is plus, it's extra. I just thought that I just offer like a different form of content that y'all would like. And other than that, man, I'm gonna see y'all later next time out. Bye, everyone.